Hi, this is Tami Hewlett from Sewing and Stamps again, and in this video I am going to go over basic cropping. So we've got our calendar here and we want to add like these little snowflake stamps along the bottom, and I also want to add some ribbon along the top. So both of those need to be cropped. So I'm going to go up first to my stamps. In the resource palette, I did that by selecting the stamp icon, and then I'm going to hit browse, and I'm going to go down to my watercolored winter stamps. Now, one thing I should point out, you're going to notice that you have two sets of stamps on your downloads. There are the stamps that have only stamps included in them. And then if you go down, and I know I have an awful lot of them, there's also the stamps that show up under designer kits. So because Watercolored Winter came in a kit, it's way at the bottom of that selection. So I'm going to hit open, and under this set of stamps, you're going to see this line of snowflake stamps. So I'm going to bring that over. And once that populates, you're going to see that it's quite large. And so I actually kind of decreased it a little bit because I didn't want it to overwhelm the bottom here. You know, I want to say that my calendar is maybe a little bit smaller too. Maybe smaller and wider. So we'll have to adjust that a little bit. Maybe then we're going to bring down this stamp just a little bit smaller. Whoops, don't want it to go down too small. I think that looks about right. Okay, so we can see that we need maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 snowflakes to go across the bottom. So first thing I'm going to do is go over to the Design Center and select Crop. Now, I like to crop right in the middle when I'm doing a big section like this. So you can see this little cross. I have found that if you put it up too high, you have trouble drawing it. So just bring it down a little bit and start drawing, and don't worry about it. Once you draw a little bit, push it up with the little hand. And once you do that, you can easily bring it down and then stretch it out to get as many as you want. So we got 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. I think that's about it if I counted right. And when you're good to go, just hit OK. And I think I did it just perfect. Okay, let's say you do this and you got one extra or something like that. You can just hit the crop again and go in there and adjust up, down, or whatever. It's very easy to do that. Okay, but I got it right, so I just pulled it over, and you can use your little arrow keys on your keyboard to manipulate the stamp up and down to get it just right where you want it. Once you do that, hit color change and change the color to white and hit OK. All right, so there's our little snowflakes along the bottom. The next thing I want to do is put a piece of ribbon right here. So I am going to go into my embellishments in the resource palette. That's the little flower, and I'm going to hit browse. This is a download that you have to buy. It's called Chevron Ribbon, and it's a really good one though. It's got all sorts of colors, and the color I used was Wisteria Wonder. They're alphabetically, so just go all the way to the bottom. And let's see, I should be able to, here's the ribbon right there. So I'm just going to drag it over, and I think that I just used it just like that. I don't think I shrunk it or anything. So you can see it's really big. Again, hit crop and kind of just go from the middle. Don't worry at first about getting the whole thing. Just push it up, bring it down. There is a little ruler here, so we know we want it 4 inches across. So let's go from 4 to 8 and hit OK. And it moves it every time. So remember, we're going to be cutting these out, so if it's a little long, it's not going to be the end of the world. If you got it a little too long like I did, you can just click crop again and adjust it accordingly. So that looks about right. I'm just hitting my arrow keys to get it in the right position. And I'm going to have it go down a little bit. And once I get it in position, I am going to hit the shadow button and maybe bump that one up to about 50 and hit OK. Just like you did when you added your photo box, it's the same concept of adding a shadow. So that's really all the cropping on this one, the basic cropping. I have one more video to go over for advanced cropping, but that is your basic way that you crop for embellishments and stamps. And you can use that, you know, on just about everything. Okay, so that's it for this video.